Hey guys, once a GP here, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of overview of my trip to Kings Island Winterfest 2019, and I took a bunch of videos and I'm going to kind of talk over them and tell you what's going on in the background. So these are just some clips of the front gate and how decorated it was, and then we go into this view of International Street, and it's just a completely different setting than you're normally used to. And here's some of the gift shops, some of the coaster or the nano coasters that they're selling. Really love nano coasters. I only have one right now. I just got it and it looks amazing. But this was before I got it, so super excited for all those. This is the line leading up to Banshee. There's my lovely girlfriend. She came along with me. We were the second train to go the night, and there's an empty train coming back, which is not something I usually see. So that was really cool. This is walking from kind of that area over to where Vortex used to be. You can see Orion in the background and the racer. I really like these icicle dripping effects. I like that. So that's why I took a video walking down here. Here's kind of a little bit farther down, closer to Orion. You can see they're doing some construction on it. There's Vortex, not there anymore. Rest in peace, I guess. And here is the antique cars. Every single time I went to Kings Island this year, I'd always ask whoever I was with if we could ride the antique cars, and they always thought I was kidding, or they just thought I was joking, and I never got to ride them until we went to Winterfest, and we rode them, and it was actually pretty nice. Still disappointed that this is what they announced when they said Firehawk was leaving, but that's in the past. It's actually not that bad. It gives you a nice kind of view of this little back part of the park, and how they decorate it for Winterfest makes it feel really picturesque, like you're in one of those Hallmark movies. So I waved to these people. They didn't wave back. They just looked at me, and I thought that was really weird. I wanted to wave to them. We passed them again later. I don't know if that's in the video, but we passed them again later, and I didn't wave because I knew they were just going to be jerks. So no, I'm just kidding. I didn't wave, but did hurt my feelings. So you just kind of go around here. I tried to get the most picturesque views as far as this part of the park went. And there's a flat ride over there, Vortex. I didn't get as much of Vortex as I would have liked to, but I think it was really cool to see all of it. I recommend going next year, especially riding the antique cars. I think it's really cool. This is kind of the celebration, the ceremony leading up to the lighting of the Eiffel Tower. So if you didn't know, the Eiffel Tower turns into one giant tree. They just string lights down from it and make it look like one tree. And this is the countdown, and there it is. It's a tree now. So it was a pretty cool celebration. And this is us walking away from it. And by now it's dark. It's like 6 or maybe earlier, and everything is just dark out now, and the lights are even more vibrant and brilliant than they were already. So really cool. Just walking around was super cool. I didn't take out my phone as much as I would have liked to, but just by these few clips alone, you can tell very, very picturesque. This, especially the big giant bulbs, it's weird to see because it looks like they're just floating, but obviously they aren't. But really cool, very, very unique. I think. I don't know if I've ever seen a place decorated with these giant bulbs. Looks like there's a little bit of lens flare. Sorry about that. This is a picture that we took with the cast after we saw the Peanuts production, the play they put on. I forget what it was about, but it wasn't. It was not bad. It was actually very, very fun. I enjoyed it. And then we saw the a Christmas Carol play after that, and that was very cool too. This is the loading area for Boo Blasters, and that's me trying to get a picture of the score. It didn't work out very well. And it started snowing very, very much, a lot. It snowed a lot, and this is exactly what I was picturing in my head when I thought about Winterfest was this. So yeah, it was amazing. It was very cool to see. And here are just a few more pictures of it snowing and the tree. Very, very good pictures, I think. Not all of them are mine. Some of them are my girlfriend's. So there is my girlfriend. She's there. I think there's another. Yep, there's another picture of her. So I loved all the snow. Here's more videos of the snow. I thought it was really cool. It's everything I imagined to be. So what more can I say? And this is actually us walking up to Mystic Timbers to ride one more time because we decided it was raining or snowing so much. We'll just ride one more thing and get out of here because it's super cold and the roads are going to be bad. So there's the truck that's outside of Mystic Timbers. And here is the line going into Mystic Timbers, completely covered now compared to the clip earlier. And if you guys didn't know, this actually got like 350 upvotes on the roller coaster subreddit, so I felt pretty good about that. But yeah, it's just super snowy, and we ended up being the second to last train to be departed that night before they closed it. So it was really cool. Riding in the snow was definitely a very cool experience. I'm tempted to want to classify it as a new credit, but regardless, it was super fun. It makes it more intense in my opinion. The snow is hitting your face. My tears are coming out of my eyes just because of how intense it is. I can barely keep my eyes open, and it's very different. Very different. It's definitely my favorite experience on Mystic Timbers, and maybe my favorite ride experience in the park overall. So it was definitely very different. But yeah, I just kind of sit here for a little bit. I don't know why. I think I wanted to get a clip of the train getting out of the station. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, the snow is calming down. I just realized it is snowing so much. The roads were actually terrible getting home. What normally is like maybe an hour and a half drive to my house ended up being, I think, 3 hours. It was terrible, terrible. So if there's a chance of next year it's snowing, I'm not going. But I do, besides that, plan on going to Winterfest. There's me and my girlfriend. That's just showing how much it snowed. Just me walking around, my hat was covered in snow. So this was me trying to get some footage of the 12 Days of Christmas, and I'm just being too foggy to look at, and it just didn't come out good on the camera, and it was too slow, so the video clip would have been way too long, and it seemed like the numbers were just kind of randomly on either side, so then I would have to keep switching over like I'm doing here, like here's 3. And I feel like the numbers kind of looked out of order too at a certain point. So I just decided, screw it, I'm not going to record. It's a typical 12 Days of Christmas light show. That's Orion, the poster for it. It's my girlfriend and me. And my girlfriend and me again, and I put that clip of the brass quartet in there because I love brass quartets specifically, especially if there's a trombone involved, because trombones are objectively the best brass instrument. So, and I just want to show that they were killing it out there, especially considering how cold it was. The fact that they were able to get their valves so fast, and they weren't just frozen. Their fingers weren't frozen, and it just sounded super nice, and it was super full sound. That's why I left the audio in there. I'm kind of a band nerd. I'm sorry, but yeah, that was kind of my experience with Kings Island Winterfest. Overall, amazing experience. Like, I could not have asked for a better experience besides on the way home. That was terrible, but that has nothing to do with the park. It was amazing, and I wish that we could have gotten one more ride on Mystic Timbers. I was let down that Flight of Fear was not open, but that's because they're building Orion, so obviously that area is kind of off limits. which sucks, but what can you do? But overall, very good experience. Like I said, I'm almost definitely going to go next year. It just depends when, depending on the weather. But I would definitely recommend it. And I know some other parks have a Winterfest. I'm not sure how those stack up to Kings Island. I think Kings Island was built for Winterfest. It's been having Winterfest for a long time, and then it just recently came back. But it had Winterfest a long time ago. And this was my first time going, and I would definitely recommend it. So, if you guys have any comments or stories about your own Winterfest, let me know, because I think it's really cool to talk about this time of year for especially parks in like the Midwest and the Northeast, because they're seasonal. Like parks in Disney and all that, they're year long, so it's not as special of an experience. For Winterfest, it's the only time you can go in the winter at Kings Island. So very cool experience. Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.